Today in our program, who and when will pay the Soviet foreign debt? G7 conference in Moscow with Soviet officials. Another Soviet state, Bulgaria, declared its independence. Gorbachev and Yeltsin met with the Emir of Kuwait. Will Erich Honecker be deported to Germany? And the library of Schneerson is given to Hasidic groups from the Lebanon Library. The top story of today is, after many years of being a POW held by a Mujahideen, another Soviet soldier was released. His name is Ilham. Ilham unfortunately forgot Russian while being held as prisoner for many years. We will speak Farsi. I was not told that I could read, that I could leave, and I was not aware of the changes in our country. Does he have a chance to go back where he came from? Yes, he wants to live in this country with his people. Did he see any other Soviet POWs being held? No, unfortunately, I did not see anybody else. I was isolated. In Moscow, there's a second meeting of G7 officials with the heads of the sovereign republics of the Soviet Union. They met with Ivan Silayev in the morning. There's concern about the ability of the Soviet Union or the separate republics to pay off the Soviet debt, $68 billion. Foreign financial specialists met with the chairman of the Interstate Economic Committee, Silayev. They were trying to establish the progress that has been made on the October 12th memorandum, on which 12 Soviet republics signed and agreed to pay off the debt. But the proportion of debt each republic will assume is still unknown, and the method of payment is still unknown. Foreign officials are concerned about the ability of the Vneshekonom Bank of the Soviet Union to pay off these debts. This bank is responsible for the principal and interest payments of the Soviet debt. Financial problems are very major in the Soviet Union, and the situation is out of order. The leaders of 12 sovereign republics met with a delegation of financial circles from the G7 to discuss tactics to pay off the Soviet debt. Here's the chairman, Ivan Silayev, of the Inter-Republic Economic Committee. Well, there are two sides of the issue. Our debt and what is owed to the Soviet Union. What is discussed more? It's the deputy chairman of the Russian government, Gaidar. Where is there more interest being expressed? In what issue? Of course, there's more interest about our debt. We're invited to another meeting, and again, we're discussing only talking about our debt, but not about what is owed to us. This is the Prime Minister of the Moldova Republic. I believe someone's trying to hinder our progress in resolving this issue. My colleague from Moldova said that this is the Prime Minister of Kazakhstan. My colleague from Moldova said that the debt must be paid off. We all agree this must be done, but we do not know how to do this yet. At the evening session, the deputy financial ministers of the G7 were trying to determine if the current solution of internal problems will weaken the resolve to pay foreign debt. And also concerned about the declaration of Azerbaijan and Moldova that these republics will not pay their debts. Their share of debt.
Bob Dornan.
Another Moscow event. Today was a press conference held by Larisa Piyasha, who was recently assigned as Deputy General Director of the Moscow Mayor's Office. This press conference was dedicated to discussions on new concepts of privatization.
Looks like someone's
All
trying to
previous
call her phone.
declarations
It's
on
book.
privatization are null and void. There's a new concept was brought out today, developed by a group led by Larissa Piasha, the Deputy General Director of the Moscow Mayor's Office. This concept sees the privatization of trade, social and food establishments with no delay, immediate privatization. Within 2 weeks, enterprises must put in a declaration to the Privatization Commission, and within 2 months, they must make certain payments to the Commission, to the government of Moscow. If no declaration is issued from an enterprise, within 2 weeks, the enterprise will be auctioned off, including to foreign parties.
we just have some Mugu
One of the
guy?
conditions of this auction
Yes.
is that the nature of the business of the enterprise not be changed within 1 year. For example, if a bakery is a bakery now, it must remain so for 1 year. December 1st, Moscow will
Where
introduce
are you, Bobby?
free
You sound-
market prices.
I'm in the studio.
And Piasha
'cause
declares
I hear
that
so much other stuff,
excessive
including
prices must
myself.
not be
you're hearing
feared
yourself through the speaker, and you
because
hear
things
feedback.
will be balanced out
Microphone
according to
speaker.
Piasha.
That's a true statement.
Hello? This is King from the studio, live.
There will be no great hyperinflation.
This is too hot.
It's way too hot.
What will happen to ration cards was a question from one correspondent. Larissa Ivanovna Piasha said that I hope very much that there will be no ration cards introduced again. This new program has not been approved by the Moscow government or by the Moscow Soviet, and we cannot get a starting date for the new program or the 2-week deadline. What will be the prices or how social production will be implemented.
You don't sound good in our ears, though.
Also, it's unclear how this new concept is corresponding to the Moscow law, to the Russian law on privatization. In the city of Nalchik, there was held the first Congress of the Balkar people. They issued a declaration on independence, and the formation of a Balkar Republic within the Russian Federation. The Congress.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, it
Barry,
sounds
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Accepted,
Just have them bring you
I
down a little bit.
The only
Okay.
possible
1, 2,
step
3,
in this
4. Testing,
situation,
mic test. 1, 2,
given
3, 4.
the
1,
right
2,
of the people
3, 4.
and the peoples for
How's that?
self-determination.
Sounds okay?
The
Louis, can you hear me?
delegates
Okay.
unanimously
Barry.
decided
I can hear you.
Okay.
to
1, 2, 3,
form
4.
their own
Hey,
Balkar
Bobby, can we have
state.
someone call in to check the phone line?
And today,
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
that can be preview.
they have just declared the formation
Cindy?
of a Balkar national state.
Is Anne-Marie there?
In the Caucasus Mountain area, there's another round of talks between Armenian and Azerbaijani
program over
delegations. The dialogue was heated. Conflicts arose at times.
Okay. Phone is ringing. Hello.
The Armenian delegates
Hello.
demanded the immediate
Yes, caller,
renewal
go
of
ahead.
gas provision through Azerbaijani
Okay, you sound
pipelines.
pretty good in the
The
studio. How about you guys?
Azerbaijani side
We can't hear the
demanded
call.
guarantees of safety for
Talk to
border
whoever on
villages.
the phone, say
Okay.
something.
Hello. 1, 2, 3, 4.
After
Yes,
an
caller.
extended break, the
5, 6,
talks
7,
continued.
Keep
Some
talking.
compromises were reached.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
Armenia
14, 15, 16,
fully denied
17, 18,
energy
19,
sources.
20.
Therefore, our first goal was to regulate the situation with energy, with gas, and we resolved it within 2 days. This issue will be resolved with local officials and outside observers. This is the first deputy chairman of the Supreme Soviet of the Azerbaijani Republic. We first decided that we must review all issues of security of the border region and then talk about the renewal of gas supplies to Armenia. We just received unverified information that today at midnight Armenia might have oil again. The Russian prosecutor's office reported its conclusions about an investigation of the transfer to the German newspaper magazine Spiegel of the pretrial materials of the State Emergency Committee. Videotapes of Yazov, Pavlov, and Krychkov were not properly handled, and responsible persons have been fired. The Prosecutor's Office of Russia is starting a case against the guilty parties today. In Moscow, there's a conference of the defense organ chiefs of the 13 sovereign states of the former Soviet Union, including Estonia. They decided to form a commission to establish defense responsibilities of each of the sovereign states. The agreement will oversee all relations between the center and the republics, including economic and legal issues. The Ministry of Defense of the